Well, it sure was a busy final week of 2020. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Phillies videocast, and today we're going to be having our 10th weekly update of the offseason, as we're going to be talking about some Phillies news and some around baseball news. Now, guys, before getting this video, please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please show a notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. A lot of blockbuster moves were made around Major League Baseball this past week, involving the San Diego Padres and the Tampa Bay Rays and the Chicago Cubs. And the Phillies also made a small trade with the Tampa Bay Rays. We're going to be getting into, and just to kick it off, Blake Snell dealt to the San Diego Padres. My, oh my, I did not see this one coming. The San Diego Padres traded Blake Hunt, Cole Wilcox, Francisco Mejia, which is the guy that they got for the Brad Hand trade in 2018. Francisco Mejia, he's just been a disappointment so far in his career. And they also traded away Luis Prieto for Blake Snell. Blake Snell headed to the San Diego Padres. The Padres make a bold move after the loss to Mike Clevenger in 2021. They really need someone to bolster that rotation. Blake Snell is going to be their ace. And I was talking about with the MLB Chatterbox, Christian Corey. We were talking on his show, and I was saying the exact same thing. Mike Clevenger out for the whole entire 2021 season. When he gets back in 2022, that is going to be a dangerous rotation with Blake Snell and Yu Darvish, which we'll get into in a second. Mike Clevenger in there as well. So it's really going to be a dangerous rotation for the San Diego Padres. I mean, they're going to go head-to-head with the Los Angeles Dodgers. They have Eric Hosmer, Fernando Tatis, Manny Machado. They just have a stacked roster. They are just a good team. They are a very, very deep, good team. The San Diego Padres, they're true competitors. I don't think they're World Series contenders just yet. I said it on MLB Chatterbox too, but they're definitely not too far away. And as I said, Francisco Mejia headed to the Tampa Bay Rays. Not a bad acquisition for the Rays. It wasn't like they got robbed by the Padres. Mejia, as I said, he's been a disappointment. He was highly touted by the Indians, and he just hasn't really panned out the way they've wanted him to pan out. So he has been traded to the Tampa Bay Rays. And Blake Snell is now a San Diego Padre. So the last start that Blake Snell makes as a Tampa Bay Ray, he gets pulled very, very early by their manager Kevin Cash, who really made a bad decision in that World Series. That was one of the worst decisions ever made in postseason. That was so bad. And then they made another move. Yu Darvish signed with the Chicago Cubs back in the 17-18 off-season. I believe he signed like a massive contract. I think he still has like 3 years left on this contract. He's headed to the San Diego Padres as well, and he's owed a boatload of money. I would not really like this if I were a Padres fan. But I mean, once again, it's not. Yu Darvish is not a bad pickup at all. He had an amazing 2020 season. A shortened season. He's had some health issues though in 18 and 19. I just don't really love that. I feel like this is a really, really gutsy move. I don't love Yu Darvish. I understand he had a good year this year, but he's not a good pitcher in the postseason. You saw that in 2017. And don't give me the 6 innings he had in Arizona in the NLDS. Remember that? He pitched like a 6 inning. I don't want to hear that. Look at that Game 7 of the 2017 World Series. And you can't see the Astros cheating because they were on the road. So don't give me that. The Astros, I understand. I hate the Astros. But you cannot knock the Astros here because they were on the road. And Yu Darvish was absolutely horrible at Dodger Stadium. He blew it in Game 7. He was just absolutely terrible. Not a good pitcher in the postseason at all. He does not have a good track record in the postseason. But not a bad signing. Once again, he's had some health issues in 18 and 19. Not the healthiest player. Not the healthiest player at all. And in 20, he had a great season. So the Padres are going to be taking on. I don't love this move. I mean, this is not a Cy Young type of pitcher. Blake Snell is an amazing pitcher. Yu Darvish, not so much. Yu Darvish, he's okay. He's good. He's good. But he's not amazing. He's not lights out. And so they're going to be also getting Victor Carisci and Cash. And wow. So in return for this trade, the Chicago Cubs are going to be getting right-handed pitcher Zach Davies. They're going to be getting shortstop Rainier Paraiso, shortstop Yastin Santana, Maciel Mena, And they're also going to be getting outfielder Owen Kesa. So I apologize. These names are just really hard for me to pronounce. So once again, you kind of see a little bit of a pattern here. 2 outfielders, 2 shortstops, one right-handed pitcher, excuse me. The Padres did not rob the teams that they traded with. I can guarantee you that. They gave up a good amount of stuff to get these 2 guys. I like the Blake Snell trade better than I do the Yu Darvish trade, but I like both trades. I mean, I wouldn't be thrilled with the Yu Darvish, though. I don't love that trade. I do like the Blake Snell, though, a lot. But the Yu Darvish, I mean, that's a pretty good contract you got there. I don't really know. I mean, as I said, he's had some health issues. This is a risky move, but I do think it might work. I really do. I mean, once again, he had a great 20 season, but it was in a 60-game shortened season. So you can't really take that too much to the bank. So that's what's been going on around Major League Baseball. And with the Rays kind of cleaning house a little bit, I would love for them to take a chance on center fielder Kevin Kiermaier. I'd love for the Phillies to get on the phone and talk to the Rays, front office about Kevin Kiermaier, because Kevin Kiermaier is an amazing defender. He doesn't have the best offensive stats, but his defense is unbelievable, and we could slot him in center field. He'd be amazing. I love this pickup if we were able to land Kevin Kiermaier. And I definitely think the Phillies should look into that. You heard they're talking to Jackie Bradley Jr. A video coming up soon. I don't know if it's going to be this week or next week, talking about the Phillies center fielder problem. We're going to be talking about the Phillies center fielder problem. They're going to be going after Jackie Bradley Jr. They're going to be going after Kevin Kiermaier. I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be talking about my opinions. So I definitely think that at least talking to the Rays about Kevin Kiermaier would be a good move for the Phillies. I just do. And some news also broke this week. The Phillies did make a trade in their bullpen, and he was a lefty. The Phillies have acquired left-handed pitcher Jose Alvarado in a 3-team trade with the Tampa Bay Rays and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Phillies have finally done something. They've finally done something. Hallelujah! Hallelujah! They have finally done something. They have acquired Jose Alvarado. I like this pickup a lot. This is a guy who, once again, had an amazing 2018 campaign. Hasn't been great the past 2 seasons. In 2020, he had a 6 ERA in just 9 games, but in 2019, he had an ERA close to 5 with a 1-6 record. Now, I will say, a record for a elite pitcher does not mean anything to me. It just doesn't. It just doesn't. For a pitcher, it does not mean anything to me. But the walk sprintings pitch, that is a problem. He does not do a very good job with the walk sprintings pitched. He does walk a good amount of people. So that's something I'm not real happy about. But this guy had an amazing 2018 campaign. He was just unbelievable. A 1-6 record, which once again, a record for a elite pitcher. As a matter of fact, any pitcher is not really relevant to me. You saw Jacob deGrom go out and win the Cy Young Award, and he had a losing record. So records don't really mean anything. But he had a 2.39 ERA. In 2018, he was unbelievable. And hopefully he could replicate that this year. Hopefully he could replicate that this year for the Phillies. Hopefully have that 2018. And he's had a little bit of some injury problems, so hopefully he could go back to his form, his 2018 form. So good pickup for the Phillies. We basically got this guy for nothing. So not a bad pickup at all. So also this week I also did a collab with MLB Chatterbox. We talked a little bit about the San Diego Padres moves. We've been talking. We didn't really, that was the first collab. If you're going to go check it out, it's my last video I made prior to this video. If you want to go check it out, please do. I really would appreciate that. But we really enjoyed it. He's a really good guy. We talked about the Phillies pickup of Jose Alvarado. As I said, we talked about the Yankees, Mets, possible pursuit of Trevor Bauer. We talked a lot about the San Diego Padres. So guys, please go check out that video. It was a lot of fun making that. And also, this week, it was New Year's. We got to say goodbye to 2020 as we're now in 2021. I'm so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be making content. I didn't really expect anything to really change this year with content. I'm just happy that it's a new year. I'm excited for spring training next month. Pitchers and catchers reports to Clearwater, Florida. Let's go. The first game, February 27th around Major League Baseball. I'm so stoked for that. Let's go. I'm just so excited for that. Oh my goodness gracious. It's been marked on my calendar for so long. We're really not that far away. Think about it. We're really not that far away. And that's a good and bad thing. The Phillies have done nothing. They've done nothing other than the Jose Alvarado pickup. Nothing. And they've just been dead silent. They've been dead silent. And hopefully that will change. They have a little bit of a month left to go. And this free agent market is crawling. It is crawling. Trevor Bauer waiting it out. I mean, he's just waiting out. Every day he has this new cap on. I mean, who's this guy think he is? He thinks he's something like Clayton Kershaw. I have no problem with him promoting the game. I think that's good for the game because it gets younger people involved, more involved. But I don't like the arrogance. I think it's a bit arrogant every time. I mean, this guy, he had one good year of his career. One really good year, and it was in a 60-game shortened season. And this guy all of a sudden thinks that he's Clayton Kershaw. Give me a break. Give me a break. Every week he posts this new video of him with a different cap on. I mean, come on. I mean, that's just silly. That's silly. Once again, it's good for the game. He's promoting the game. I'm not personally a big fan of Trevor Bauer. I think you all know that. Not a big fan of Trevor Bauer, but I think he's a bit of a blowhard. I'm not the biggest fan of Trevor Bauer. And also with JT Muto, he's going to wait it out until the very end. I do think he probably will wait out until spring training. You've seen other free agents like Liam Hendricks continue to wait out, Blake Trident. This free agent market is crawling, as I keep saying. It's going to turn out like it did 2 years ago and even worse. It's going to be even worse. So I don't really expect this to get any better. And also go check out my Q&A I did on New Year's. I broke out a new jersey, the vintage royal blue Phillies jersey that they wore in the early 2000s. It's a Jim Thome 2003 batting practice jersey. I love it. It's awesome. It took me forever to find. I'm so glad I was finally able to get it. And I'm so stoked to be able to wear it in videos now. I'm just so stoked. And final discussion, Dave Dombrowski does have a lot of pressure on him to go out and acquire. JT Muto, he has a pressure to go out and get a bullpen. But he needs to get going. Get on the phone. Go out and speak to JT Muto. And definitely, you saw a report came out that the Phillies have not officially made an offer to JT Muto. It just goes to show you can't believe everything you hear. You have a report come out saying they did offer Muto, and you have another report saying that they did not make an official offer for JT Muto. So what do we even believe at this point, right? What do we even believe? It's just like so much smoke screening, so many lies. I'm just so tired of it. I'm not going to believe anything until I see it. I do think Muto will end back up here, but who knows? So I'm going to be going on Baseball Guy Sean's YouTube channel this week. I believe it's going to be on Wednesday. I plan on making a video this week. I don't know if it's going to be about the Phillies center fielder problem. I'm going to be making a video about Trevor Bauer, talking about his impact on the game and its fans and how I think it's a good and bad thing. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't done yet. Please turn on the notification bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies House of Instagram or at Fanatics Instagram. Card text 267-225-5392. Email me phillieshouse@gmail.com. Guys, thanks so much for watching this video. I'm Luke and I'll talk to y'all later. 11th weekly update coming up next week. I'll see you there.